Hello everyone, this is In-Game Art who did an unboxing and a breakdown of the demo. This is X-Morph Defense, the complete edition for the Nintendo Switch. To jump right into it, this complete edition comes with the update version 1.01 already on cartridge, as well as it comes with all previous released DLC on cartridge as well. And since the making of this video, there were no updates available. So this complete edition is pretty much the complete collection of X-Morph Defense, which is extremely nice to see and have. Now please bear in mind, there is a PS4 version as well, but it's not called the complete edition, and I do not own that version, so I cannot confirm whether that PS4 version does come with all the same amount of content as this complete edition does for the Switch. I don't think so, but I can't deny or confirm whether it's true or not, so just keep that in mind whether you're game hunting for this copy. Now into X-Morph Defense. This is a tower defense but also top-down shooter style game. It is a mesh between both genre of defending your base and putting down towers and so forth, and taking out the a lineup of enemies that are come threaten your core of your base. Now also, instead of just also putting down towers, you can fly around and help support your towers by shooting, picking up supplies, or putting down new towers in the midst of the combat. Now story-wise, X-Morph Defense is evolved around you as an alien race that comes to invade Earth. It's kind of refreshing and new to be able to play as the villains in a game. Well, your process is to terraform Earth and turn it into your desire into a new molten core metal planet that you use for energy source for your new alien race. And of course, the humans are trying to fight you and defend their planet. It's pretty straightforward in that kind of genre, but it still feels so refreshing to be able to play as the villains terraforming their Earth, and the enemies or the people who are trying to fight you are the good guys in some ways, and you're the bad guy. So that's just really amazing. As well as that, it hit me a lot more experiencing the game because I know I was killing the entire planet and pretty much myself as well, because man, I live on Earth as well. So it was kind of cool to see me slowly destroy the planet, and then humanity losing hope and defense, trying to throw everything they can to defeat me. It was just an interesting take, and I thought this was very interesting. Though disappointingly, there is no factions. You can only play as the X-Morph. You cannot play as the humans. I'm kind of disappointed on that. I think it would be kind of cool to have two different campaigns, where one where you can be able to destroy the planet, or one where you'll be able to defend it. It would have been kind of nice to add a lot more replay value and just to see both sides. But again, it's still refreshing to play as the villain in a game, and more games need to try to look at this, because we play so many games where you're the good guy. It's refreshing to be able to play the bad guy and truly be the bad guy, not just some rebel who just named an anti-hero or something like that. I mean, straight on, evil, destroying the planet, killing everyone. That is refreshing, and I really enjoyed it. Now, the strategic points of the game is actually pretty well done. You can divert the direction the enemies are coming around by putting down towers and fences and so forth to change the direction and pattern. And generally, your goal is to make sure that their trip to your core is as long as it can possibly be. You will come across ground forces and air forces. You have different variety of towers, from your base tower to flame towers to artillery to anti-aircraft to laser cannons, as well as that your ship can actually transform and use those kind of same abilities, from bombardment to air forces to air missiles for airplanes and so forth, as well as you can have another ability where it's like a steady laser beam that can hit stronger and more powerful enemies. And as well as it progresses through the game, you'll fight a main boss in the game, which is kind of changes the dynamic of the game, where now you turn into more of a not first person, but over-the-top shooter style game. It's all very meshed, very well done, and presented in very stylish ways, as well as you can destroy the environment, mostly just towers, and bring them down onto the enemy, as well as changing their route because now the roads block. It's all very well meshed and very well done, but you feel it can help a little bit more here and there. But overall, what is their first attempt? I thought they nailed it out of the park. I could not put this game down. I completed it completely. I had a great time playing it. I just coming up with the different patterns and methods and trying to lure them into a pile of all on one track so I can do the most damage in one trip. That's the one thing I can give you a hint on, is that the game kind of lures you into thinking that you need to put towers separately afar and try to divert their traffic as much as you can. I found this not to be the best strategy. The best strategy is really just fortifying your base. Try to put as many towers around your base and guide them into a round, long circle around your base before they can finally get inside. That way all your towers can be presented in one area and do the most damage. Because you want this because there's ability where you can absorb the destruction of the vehicles and get more materials to build more towers. So it's generally a better idea to have all the enemies grouped up in one area and you not too far away from it so you can absorb all this material. So it kind of changes the dynamic of that area. Maybe I think they probably would have done, instead of having you be able to absorb the material with your ship, you actually put down a tower that absorbs main parts. That way you don't have to be present when this is happening. That way you can at least come up with a bit more strategy and then trying to lure them all in one location. I think it could have had done a little bit better there, but overall, for the first attempt and what my first experience of this game, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I could not put this game down. The music is, it's not amazing, but it does feel, how do you say, painful when you did destroy the Earth. When you finally get to the end of the game and you hear that music, it makes you realize that what you've done. And just to hear the commander's side and hear them talk about how they're losing and they're trying to do everything they can to defeat you, and you can hear the alien race, the robotic nature of it, gawking at the humans for being so primitive and so forth. It's very well done, and I was really impressed with this game. I guess it more impressed me because I didn't expect to get into this game so much that I did. It's one of those definitely hidden little gems that I came across, and it's definitely going to be one of my most favorite games to have on my Switch, of a more of a tactical turn-based kind of style game where 1 minute you're putting down towers in a slower pace area, and then you're going in full hand with a top-down shooter. I really enjoyed this game, and I think you should probably look into it. It may not be for everyone, but if you're looking for something maybe a little different in your experience of your Switch, and you're looking at something that might have a good amount of content in terms of this being a complete edition with all the survival mode, as well as the expansions of the story and so forth, and providing a good amount of challenge, especially if you boost the difficulty, it's got a good amount of content, and I recommend looking into it if you get a chance, especially since it's a complete edition and you can have it all on one cartridge. So, like always, I will leave links down in the description if you're an instant copy. For the most part, I say definitely look into it or just pick it up, because it's actually a pretty good game, and with being a complete edition, it's well worth to be part of your Switch collection. Hopefully, maybe down the road, I can find out more information about the PS4 version, or we'll get a complete edition version for the PS4 or future consoles. But for the most part, the Switch version is the way to go. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next unboxing video. Bye-bye!
The X-Morph have defeated us on all major fronts. They've assimilated all continents. There wasn't enough space for everyone in the Arks heading to the moon. The death toll is into billions. We had to evacuate to areas separated from the mainland. The aliens haven't shown interest in them yet. Only a few safe zones remain on Earth. But this won't last long. We have to escape the planet before our time runs out. Nevertheless, we won't give up without a fight.